Man, every time I hear our intro, maybe it's just me, I get fucking pumped because I'm like, yes, we're goddamn back. Boom! Another episode, 2 Xtra Clicks with myself. I am Griff.
I'm Smith.
Yeah, that intro just gets me pumped. You know, initially when we first started this podcast, I was actually going to have a different intro and outro song for every episode, but I just kind of got lazy and I used like the first one. I was like, oh, I already got this one. I'll snip it and, you know, I'll edit it and then I'll just use it again and use it again. And now it's just like created a neurological pathway in my brain. When I hear that tune, I think, oh shit, it's time to record, baby.
Depending on the era, it's like, oh, hey, Price is Right. Here comes Bob Barker.
Damn, that's a boring show. Don't fucking bring me down, man. I'm hyped up.
Dr. Phil as he's walking out on stage.
Dr. Phil, you're really aging yourself today, dude. Jesus.
I don't watch TV. I'm sorry.
Man, how are you? Listen, you know me. I'm a blunt and honest person. When we say aging yourself, bro, you're a little aged. You're a little weathered today. You got some little crow's feet in the nicest way possible. You look like shit, bud. How are you?
Thanks for painting that picture for our listeners.
How are you, bud? This tree's looked a lot better. For people that play Zelda, this Deku tree, however you want to pronounce it, is losing its leaves.
Yeah.
Leaves? Yeah, I'm fucking retarded. Don't worry.
I don't know.
I'm confident being dumb.
Dude, I'm exhausted.
You look every bit of exhausted. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, how are you? Okay, you want to start with me?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm the same as every week. Nothing. I got nothing. Just fucking hanging out with the fam, doing my own fam business.
You know, we'll visit that in a future episode. I don't have enough energy to go into that right now.
What's going on with you, dude? Because I even noticed. Okay, so yesterday, we're on our weekend now. Yesterday at work, we didn't get a chance to talk, but you look like shit at work.
Yeah,
like you look like shit at work. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Remember, you don't have any fucking kids. So you have no excuse in my eyes for what the fuck? You know what I mean? What's going on with you? What's going on in your world that you're so tired?
The wife worked me over, and not in that way.
Oh, dude, you saw my eyebrows raised. I'm like, whoa, we're going to talk about this on air? I was like, bro.
No, not like that way at all.
That's sketch. You're
going
to get in trouble.
Yeah, no, definitely we get in trouble. No, she saw a Facebook post, and it was these 8 puppies. Okay.
On a Facebook, aren't you? Are you allowed to? You're not allowed to Facebook fucking animals anymore, aren't you? Like that, they flagged that shit and that gets removed.
Correct. So what this was it was a rescue. Okay. One of the little local
rescue by who? By you?
No. It was actually one of the organizations.
Okay.
One of our local organizations.
All right.
They rescue dogs. Sometimes they'll have people that surrender dogs directly to them.
Okay.
But they focus on going to the kill shelters and pulling dogs from the kill shelters.
Okay, yeah.
So,
is that what they call them? Remember, this is new territory. This is all your territory.
Yeah.
That's what they call them, is kill shelters.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There's actually, I don't think they call them kill shelters, but there's specific shelters that they refer to as non-kill shelters.
Okay, gotcha.
So what would be the reverse of that? Would be a kill shelter. So
they're okay with putting the motherfucker down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, one of the local rescues posted 8 puppies. They were 6 weeks old. Okay. They were found in a bucket. So and I never saw the bucket. The only picture I saw looked kind of more like a tote, but they called it a bucket.
Okay.
In an alleyway behind somebody's house.
Oof. Gotcha.
So they were looking for foster homes for these puppies.
Is that when they run out of
they
run out of kennels at the
rescue?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because I think they do have.
Wait a minute, this is all clicking together.
Yeah,
you're the foster. You're fostering them.
I am fostering them. The good news.
All 8 of them?
No. So. I told the wife.
Whoa, this is all clicking, dude.
Yeah, so I told the wife. I said, "No, we're not going to do this." And then she wore me down.
Yeah,
she wore me out,
as ladies do.
Here, let me send you the pictures that she sent me.
All right, go ahead.
Take a look at your phone. All right, yeah, they're all sent now. That was a quick airdrop.
Hold on. Oh yeah, airdrop, dude. Fucking thanks, Apple. If you don't have Apple, you're a bitch.
Pretty much.
I know. I got a buddy. on the East Coast who's like, you motherfucker. He's been Android like his entire life, and we always go back and forth. I'm like, oh, you know, what's that? Oh, you got to wait like an extra 3 months before you get the app that I've had fucking since day one? Like, way to go, Android.
Yeah.
Fuck Android. Although, and they got me here. I don't go on pixel ratings and shit like that for cameras. They got us on the storage. Because, like, all the Android phones, you can just pop in a fucking micro SD card.
Yep.
And there's your storage bank. Whereas Apple's like, you get 8 gigs and that's it, fucker. You know what I mean? If you want 10 gigs, it's an extra $500. You're like, Jesus.
And not to mention, when you run out of that and you don't have any more options, what do they do? Hey, only, buy 50 extra gigs for $10 a month.
Holy shit. These are fucking good looking dogs, bud. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm counting 1, 2, 3. I'm counting 4 in the picture.
So we only have 4. So out of the 8,
okay,
they found foster homes.
Oh my God, they got names.
And
dude, this one, Yoshi. That's the one, dude. That's a good looking dog.
They are going to be small breed dogs, but they're.
Oh, Mario's a thug too.
So
shit.
Yoshi and Mario are still the ones that we have. Like I said, they're 6 weeks old.
Man,
for one night we had 4. That was real rough. 4 little yapping, pissing, shitting machines.
That's the hard part. Is like, man, they're. I give you shit about being a dog dad, but when you get a fucking, like a new puppy and you have to potty train, holy shit, you might as well have a fucking newborn. Like, this shit is crazy. If I show these to the wife, I'm fucked. She'll want one. Like, remember, our kid's 7, so, like, he's at that age where, like, guess what he wants? I want a puppy.
And guess what?
I gotta fucking hide these. Jeez.
And guess what?
Plucking at my heartstrings. These are fucking cute dogs, dude. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm putting my phone down. Fuck this.
So, yeah, but anyways, we started with 4. We volunteered for 2.
Yeah.
We were kind of the middle point for the other 2 of them.
Yeah.
Until they could have a foster that was available. So we watched 4 for a couple nights, and now we're down to 2.
Gotcha. What are the 2? Which one is it? What are the 2 that you have?
The 2 that I have, they're named Yoshi and Mario.
Those are the 2 that I fucking pointed out in the pictures that are fucking, those are the best looking ones. God damn it.
Little Mario.
How much longer do you have them?
I can't get rid of them for at least 2 weeks.
So I got 2 weeks to fucking
2 weeks to
go against the urge of showing my wife, because once I show the wife the pictures, it's over, dude.
Now keep in mind, if you guys are serious, apparently they're already adopting them out. You just can't have it for an additional 2
yeah, until they hit the 8-week point, right?
But
fuck.
Because I guess 2 of them are actually, even though they're still in foster, they have homes already.
Been called for, yeah.
So, that's been Jesus Christ. It's been my life. It's gonna be my life.
So you're losing sleep.
Yeah,
because they're yapping, pissing, shitting, fucking being retarded.
But you can't be mad at them because they're
so goddamn cute.
Yep.
God damn it! Oh shit! All right, fuck. Well, all right. Well, yeah, they're aging you just like real, actual, non-hairy children do. I didn't have any gray hair until I had a kid. Now I got not a lot. I got maybe 3 gray hairs on this head of mine. I got a couple in my goatee. See my goatee?
Mm-hmm.
I keep a short goatee, but yeah, I got a couple gray hairs in there. Fucking, they run you ragged.
I got plenty.
Yeah, you've looked like you're a rescue dad for many a year now with the salt and pepper you got.
Bad genes.
Yeah, shit. What can you do? At least you got hair on your head. Fuck.
That's gonna go pretty soon.
Think so? It still looks full, man. You got a full head of hair. It doesn't look like it's thinning.
That's not what the clippers in my drawer say.
Oh, gotcha. I got a buddy. We got a buddy. You got a buddy too. So some listeners out there, we are in a motorcycle club as well, and we have a motorcycle club and buddy that's way younger than both of us. And bro, keep wearing them hats. I'm talking about you. Keep wearing those hats there, bud. Hey man, it's a gene tree. Fuck. You know what I mean? Any one of us could start. That hairline's gonna be creeping in, but I'm gonna make fun of you while I can. Because in the next 5 years, my hair's probably going to creep back, and then you're going to fucking shots fired right back at me. And I expect it. I love you, buddy.
So, for the longest time, I didn't know what a football head was. I'm
thinking of Hey Arnold.
No, not Hey Arnold.
Stewie Griffin.
No, not that.
Okay.
In reference to hair. Okay, or
right.
football field. I can't remember. Either way.
The cul-de-sac?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Why is it a football head? I heard of a cul-de-sac. I heard of a roundabout.
So I had a boss.
Okay.
And the boss continuously had a shaved head. I mean, this thing was like
bicked or
oh no, it was straight bicked. I don't know if he actually bicked it, but I mean it glistened in
he waxed that motherfucker.
Yeah. And he went on vacation and then he called me. I forget what the issue was, but he's like, "Hey, you know what? I need your help." And I'm like, "Okay, what's going on?" He goes, "I need you to come over." I'm like, "All right." So I went over.
Yeah.
And he didn't. It was funny because it looked like he had like a little devil horn sticking up the side of his head.
Whoa!
Yeah, because literally it was like it was just like
the whole top was gone.
It was something where it's like, dude, you're like 34 years old and you literally
fuck, man. When you got it, you got it. Yeah.
And that's why it was so shiny is because hair didn't grow there.
Oh yeah, there was no bicking required. Like,
exactly.
The follicles are follicle. Is that what they're called?
I guess.
Fuck, I don't know.
Roots. I don't
Roots,
know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway, it was surprising because he had no hair on the top of his head.
Well, now you baited me in. You're piquing my interest. So what did he need?
I can't remember. It was so.
Not important to the story.
It wasn't important to the story. It was
but you saw him with some hair, and it was just on the sides.
Yeah, I want to say so.
He's looking like Ace Ventura in Ace Ventura 2, and Quensuacha.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Copy that.
I think it was one of these where it's like he needed his car jumped, and he wasn't from the area, so I'd moved to a new town. It was a smaller-ish town, and it was kind of like a touristy venue. So it was very, I would say, transient almost, where it's like people would go, they come and leave all the time. Well, we were both there long-term, and he hadn't made too many friends at that time. So it's like, hey, I got to get to work, but I also need my car jumped to get to work. So
copy that.
I think it could have been something simple like that. I can't remember.
Now, you're a nice guy, so you probably didn't mention his, and he was your supervisor, so you probably did not mention anything you're not trying to hide it. Like, okay, we're gonna put the positive over to the positive, the negative. Bald. Oh, I'm so sorry. like you didn't slip. You were just like, I'm gonna play it nice. Not even. I'm gonna pretend like I don't even notice.
Yeah,
you're a fucking nice guy, dude.
I could do it. I had to keep my job.
I get it. Fuck. All right, let's roll into this episode, baby.
All right, what do we got?
Puppy fostering. God damn, man, those were good looking dogs. I'm like, oh, I'm stressed out now because I'm probably gonna end up showing the wife and then I'm fucked. Okay, so last episode. Okay, we got a little bit of feedback from our last episode. It was something about like. We were talking about like childhood toys and like I play with Legos, you play with erector sets. We're talking about some shit like that. We have some feedback just wanting to know like just our activities, like what do we do outside of podcasting, like activity wise. I think we've kind of like touched like we obviously fish.
I travel.
Shit, I get. Yeah, you travel. I guess that's actually about it. Yeah. So the listeners want to know like what kind of hobbies and shit we have. And kind of like how we've gotten those hobbies now, and that's the weird part of the question is like how we got into like what hobbies do we do outside when we were not podcasting, and how do we get into them? Which is kind of weird. It's like, well, fuck, I don't know. But then it got me thinking, and I'm like, shit. Like when it comes to fishing, like I don't feel like a lot of people that have never fished in their life just all of a sudden on a whim go buy a rod and like. I think usually fishing is kind of connected, it's kind of handed down to you from, you know what I mean? So then I started, I kind of overthought it. I'm like, okay, maybe that is a valid question. So listener feedback, what are some of our hobbies and how do we get into that shit? Smith, you want to shoot one off? I mean, besides fishing, we fish.
Yes.
There you go, we fish.
So for me, fishing is super short. It's generational. Passed down. My grandpa fished. Both of my grandfathers fished.
Yeah.
My dad fished.
Yeah,
and now I fish. I don't fish.
Same. My grandpa fished. My dad fished. I fish.
Yeah, and as much as I've talked about fishing, I don't go as much as I'd like. I'd like to go more.
Of course.
I mean, especially with the opportunities that we have around here, but life gets in the way sometimes. The biggest thing for me, though, I'd say my biggest pastime is I'm a motor guy. I'm a gearhead.
Okay.
Going down.
That's paternal, in my opinion.
It is.
That gets handed down to you from usually a father figure, or in my case, a grandfather figure.
Yeah.
So gearhead.
Yeah, I'm a gearhead, and one of the reasons why was kind of like even going past, I'd say a big experience.
Okay.
would have been growing up. I wanted that, that N64. I wanted a new console. I wanted what my friends had. And
damn, I love that you said N64. That was the fucking greatest console of
and,
all time.
And see, that's the thing is, that's where it got cut off. I didn't get to go with the PlayStations or Nintendo's newest one, the N64. But it started at the N64, where it's like, no, if you want something, you have to earn it, right? So even
nice,
yeah. So it one thing was I wanted an RC car.
Oh,
so
damn! I forgot about that. RC cars were hot when we were kids.
And it's not just like, oh, we're gonna go buy the Tyco or whatever the hell the brand name was from Toys R Us. No, we're gonna go to the hobby shop and drop like $200-300, which back in the day was a good.
That's a lot of money.
So this might make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. At the same time, maybe not.
Okay.
I didn't. There was one point in time where I didn't like to read. Okay, I didn't like books. I had to do it for school, therefore I didn't like it.
Yeah.
So growing up, what was one of the hottest books that you still like today, or the series?
I'm going to say Harry Potter, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a Harry Potter fucking dork, bro.
Yes.
Ravenclaw for life.
Okay. So I might actually still have the first book in hardcover. I'd have to look. It might actually still be on my parents' house.
I can show you how it looks. I got 2 different editions right behind me here.
No, we don't need to look. It's okay.
I got first edition, first print right here. Yeah, hardcover. Go on.
Okay. So my dad enticed me. Hey, you want this? You're gonna read this, and you're gonna do a book report from back college ruled minimum 10 pages.
Like not for school.
This is during the summer.
This is for your. Did you do it?
I did it,
bro.
Yes.
We've never talked about. You're a Harry Potter nerd?
Kind of.
You fucking did a book report on it. Did you not like it?
I wanted that.
Did you stop at book 1?
No, I believe I read 1, 2, 3, and I think I made it halfway through 4.
Only halfway. 4 is when it really fucking kicks off. That's when it goes from a child's tale to absolute fucking that's your first death. This is when it gets serious. Lord Voldemort comes on his rise to power. All right, I'll stop. Anyway,
so back to the topic. So anyway, it was one of those where it's like you got to earn. If you want something, you got to earn it. Which then translated to, as I got older, I started understanding how to turn a wrench, learning how mechanics worked a little bit.
An actual skill set.
Yes. So when I hit junior high, my dad's like, "Here, we're going to introduce you to the world of motorcycles."
Oh, I love this. Yeah.
Which obviously being in a motorcycle club now,
there you go. Yeah, now that I put that out there. Sorry.
Hey, let's throw that football out. Let's see who catches it.
Yep.
But no, generally speaking, motors, the mechanics with it, how they work, combustion, time, everything, every little thing, it's fun to me. I have a manual to assist when I rebuild something.
Yeah.
But just the basic knowledge of like, okay, here's what you need for it to work. Okay, let's break it down. What's not working? Let's try to fix it. And I've gone
problem solving.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where it's like I've gone just in motorcycles and engines themselves. I've learned how to translate that knowledge from a single cylinder motorcycle into a multi-cylinder motorcycle. Apply that into it.
Dude, really, this for me, this trickles into everything.
Yeah, it's
like
just,
I mean, it goes outside of engines. Like you start like learning this analytical mindset of just like breaking things down and figuring out how things work, whether it's people, because that's me. Fuck, dude. We still haven't talked about our archetypes and like.
Oh, we'll get there.
Oh, we'll get there one day. I'm fucking dangerous. So like, but no, this trickles into a lot of other. Man, we actually have a lot of similarities. So my grandfather, he worked for a. Boy, how should I even put this? I'm not going to go locational. He worked for a nuclear weapons factory, not chemical, nuclear weapon factory. So anyways, he had a skill set, and it was like pretty much large engine and large machinery, diesel mechanics, which was kind of a rare trade to have back in the 70s and shit.
Still a rare trade today.
You're right. Still a fucking rare trade. So he had that special skill set, had an awesome career, yada, yada, yada. But like being raised by him, same thing. I was for you start at the ripe young age of 5 holding the flashlight. By the time I was 10, I'm like doing my own brake jobs and fucking you know what I mean, like replacing U-joint boots, and I mean I'm fucking doing the whole thing. And it's just I really absorbed it and I understood how everything worked and just kind of the process and making sure everything's done right the first time. You're torque specking things with a torque wrench and knowing like okay, peace of mind, which ruins you later because now I don't trust anybody to change my oil. I have to do it all myself.
100%. And
new vehicle, they're like, you get it free oil changes for 4 years, and I never take it in once.
I will say from experience, sorry for interrupting.
Go, get it.
Yeah. I had an issue with stripping bolts.
Ooh,
and I actually received one of my, I forget I don't know if it was Christmas or my birthday. I actually got a 3/8 torque wrench.
Dude, you know how expensive a good torque wrench is,
yes,
right?
And you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, as a
they're
teenager,
expensive today.
Yeah. As a teenager, you're like, oh my God, I got like, the Xbox, whatever, right?
You got the torque wrench.
Got a torque wrench.
3/8 drive.
One of the most universal, but it was one of those where it's like, just that little thing made me so happy. Anyways,
dude, I love it. That's fucking great. So yeah, I wanted to be a mechanic when I grew up. This was after I wanted to be a dentist. I wanted to be a dentist for a while. I love teeth. My chicks go and get their nails done. That's their pampering. Mine is teeth cleaning. I fucking love that shit. I love going to the dentist. Let's rewind.
Shards of teeth.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot I told you about that. Yeah, fucking pieces of my wisdom teeth coming out 24 years later. Sick. So yeah, I wanted to be a mechanic. It was my grandma that said, no, you're going to be better than a mechanic, and she made me go to college. But yeah, I was actually going to be a motorcycle mechanic. I was looking into MMI, Motorcycle Mechanic Institute in Arizona. They have a live-in program where you get certified in like different, and you can keep certifying in different courses. Honda, Yamaha, Harley Davidson. You can go on through there, and I was actually going to get certified. I was totally going to do all that. So yeah, but same thing. I was raised working on cars like every day, working on cars. I grew up in a very small town. Very small, in the woods, population, no bullshit, 200. Everybody knew everybody. There was 200 people in our town, one stop sign, no lights.
So what you're saying is if you became a mechanic, you would have monopolized.
No shit, yeah. And that's the thing is it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. So like, yeah, my grandpa worked on everyone's car in the entire. He was like the town's mechanic, and it wasn't a business. He just did it out of his fucking garage. You know what I mean? And so we were working on everybody's fucking car and diagnosing. He had every, he was a mechanic. So he had every fucking tool imaginable and every special homemade tool and everything, And so I learned, and then we, in this area, it's in the middle of the forest and the winters are super harsh. So like I was cutting trees down, fallen pine trees, limbing them, cutting them up into rounds, loading them up the truck, driving home, splitting them with the splitter, laying them out to dry out a little bit, stacking wood. So like, I had a work ethic, you know what I mean? And that was actually one of the best, it's kind of off topic, but it's related. One of the best compliments I ever got in my life. So my grandparents, they never really said like I love you or like showed any of that kind of emotion, you know what I mean, like oh you're a good son. They never did really that kind of shit, but like it was kind of implied. They didn't need to say it. I wasn't like deprived of that. I never felt like I was a piece of shit or nothing. I knew they loved me, I loved them, but we didn't have to say it. It was just how it was. But one of the best things my grandpa ever told me, and it was like kind of more towards the end, I was, again, he lived all the way in that town until he passed away. Like I was the one getting in his older age, like when it would snow and shit like that, I would move all the wood for him, get it all loaded up on the deck every week so he could just go to the deck to the inside of the house to load up the fireplace, blah, 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 blah. And just like a child, I'm a grown adult, just like a child, you always try to like give me gas money and dumb shit. Let me get your gas money. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, dude, I just was honest with him. I'm like, actually, I like doing this, man. I like doing physical things and doing it with somebody I actually care about. Like I like manual labor. It just feels good, and I feel better about myself doing it. I like being out of breath and winded. Like I actually enjoy it. And that was the best compliment he ever gave me. He says, that's because you're just like me. And I was like, oh, fuck. He was like, he doesn't know how much I like idolized him in my eyes. So when he was like, oh, yeah, that's because you're just like me. Like, I was like, fuck, man, that was the best compliment I ever got. Like, I took that straight to the heart, and I was like, fuck yeah. If my grandpa thinks I'm even a sliver of who he is, in my eyes, he's the greatest man that ever fucking existed. But yeah, so, fuck, gearheads.
Yep.
I can see why we're friends now. We actually have a lot going.
Well, think about it. Think about trying to find somebody our age and where it's like it's something as simple as a lawnmower, and they walk up to like, where's the start button?
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
And they're just like, it just doesn't start automatically.
Fuck.
Well, let me get my phone out and Google lawn care.
Let me watch a video on how to fucking start this thing, and then never do an oil change on it ever, and wonder why it seizes.
There, where was it? Oh, I was actually, it was at the wife's grandmother's. She had the individual that live with her are leeches.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to say, I don't even know how old she is. She's old.
Yeah.
Like those crotchety people. She's not crotchety at all.
She's too angry to die. they just.
No, I think she stays too busy to die.
She's like, I ain't got time to kick. Get the fuck out of
here. The wife's family is a bit all over the place.
Okay.
But she has two aunts that live there, and a cousin, and both of them do nothing. And I feel bad for her cousin because it would be her little cousin. I think she's 22 now, 21. Maybe 20.
Gotcha.
I don't know. She's in her very early 20s. They don't even want to have her there or help her sign up for college. The wife, she calls the wife and asks her to sign up for college.
What?
Yeah, her
like fill out the admissions form and everything.
She does have
that's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, well, and the thing is it's a super populated area. The wife was even. It's not like we go online, but then they want you to see a counselor. Well, then you go to sign up for a counselor, but they're not taking appointments. But you can set up the video chat, right? And then they're like, and then all of a sudden, no one's on the video chat that the school told them to sign up for in order to see a counselor. Not 100%. Anyways,
lost.
so it's not 100% the cousin's fault. But either way, my car won't start. Can you take a look at it? Okay, that's how it starts.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I get it. Let me go. Hey, dead battery, because they're like, oh, it starts when we jump it. Well, yeah. Well, how long did you let it run? Okay, so I turned it off after letting it run, drove it around, right?
Yeah.
I don't have my tools with me, so I don't have a meter to say, hey, is this thing actually holding a charge? Either way, it ain't holding a charge. Battery's like 8 years old.
Well,
it's exceeded its life capacity.
Yeah.
They're on borrowed time. So what do? I run down to Walmart. It's the only store that they got. I don't like, she's a kid. She doesn't need no like Duracell. We're just gonna get the cheapie from Walmart. That's all she can afford, anyways.
Yep. Everstart.
Yep. hey,
I already know, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
Everstart 2-year warranty. You go to like an actual auto store, they only get a 1-year warranty.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I figured we'll get her the warranty. If she needs any issues, it's just right down the street. It's easier for her to go to. They'll help with her. I'm sitting there. I'm waiting to check out with my battery because it's not the greatest area. Everything's still locked up. So I'm like waiting there with my used ass battery.
Yeah.
Hey, can you come over? And they keep looking at me.
The batteries are locked up?
The batteries are locked up at this Walmart.
Jesus Christ.
High theft.
I feel like people are too lazy to even pick one up.
I mean, really.
It's like a $58 battery.
Yeah.
I know there's some that are like a couple $100. You get a yellow top or some shit. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay, it's surprising though. Okay, when you go back and say people don't know, there's three phone calls this guy made that says, "Hey, I can't work on your car. There's no oil in it."
I don't understand. Who is this?
This is the tech that walked out from their little bays at Wally World. Okay.
Okay.
And
they can't work on the car because of what?
There's no oil
in it.
Yes, and they're worth.
So is he going to put oil in it?
No, because if you think about it from a business aspect, if it came in with no oil,
how did it get in there with no oil?
I'm assuming that there was just barely enough oil to get into it. But the thing is once they touch it, they take the liability of it, right? So if you're running no oil on your little dipstick, okay? Yeah,
Jesus. Yeah, I get it.
But either way,
fuck.
But just the fact of like to have no oil, you're running like less than a quarter of what you're supposed to have. You're pushing the limit. Three, and I'm only sitting there for maybe like I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, waiting for one of the clerks to come over and unlock the batteries, and I'm just eavesdropping because now I'm entertained.
Yeah,
I'm entertained to people that don't know. But anyways, that answers your question on people that don't know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We
have a lot in common. Because of my small ass hometown in the middle of the forest, in the middle of nowhere, almost all my interests are outside related. It's hiking, hunting, fishing, camping. You're a fucking camper. Hunter. Did you hunt?
Yes, I did.
I mean, we've already talked about this.
Yeah,
so
we talked.
That's why I said like past tense. Like, did you hunt? Like,
yes, I did hunt at one point in time. I did not grow up with hunting in my family. My uncle did hunt.
You did that on yourself?
Yes, my uncle did hunt.
Somebody took you out for your first time. There's no fucking way you went on your own.
On my own.
Wow.
I did.
Like, looked up, did the research, found the zone that you drew tags for and everything?
So I started off.
Did you do your hunter safety course even unguided?
Yes.
Wow. That's really fucking rare, dude.
That solid 8-hour course. I found it. I went to it. I took that hunter's ed course. I started out with fowl.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
nice.
so turkey hunting.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of regs. You go out, you buy a license, buy a stamp, go out and scout. You got about, I think it was 6 weeks was the season. Never killed myself a turkey.
Yep, you get skunked every time. You see them everywhere, and then this whole routine. The day of opening season's fucking crickets.
Yep, those little fuckers are smart.
Yep.
Then I got into duck. Got into water.
Okay. Oh, you'll get a lot of duck. Jesus Christ. What, greenheads? Get some mallards?
Yep. Mallards, a lot of spoonies. Yep. But either way, that one of my buddies actually introduced me to is one of my old supervisors at one of my old jobs. He goes, "You hunt?" And I said, "Well, I got my license." I wouldn't say I like.
That could turn into a money trap real quick till you start getting all the fucking decoys and shit. Jeez.
It was quick.
Yeah.
Cool thing was he had the decoys and he had the dog.
That's the guy you want to hang out with.
Yep. So no, he took me out, and then believe it or not, I kind of got my dad into it. My dad was kind of anti-hunting.
Yeah.
But I took him out, and he was actually kind of into it because by the end of the day, he's like, "Oh, hey, over here, look over here, turn over," and it's like, bam, snapshot. You know.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah, I believe it or not, hunting, camping was another one.
Nobody ever introduced you to camping?
They did later in life.
Had you already gone camping before that?
Like late teens is when I started.
Oh no, that's perfect. Yeah, that's about the time. When you take it serious and you're doing it yourself now. Yeah. No, that's about
I think first time I went with my family was like 16.
Gotcha.
Went out a handful of times, and then once I turned, I went by myself. I think it was 18 or 19.
Yeah.
Where I finally just started going off with my family.
Dude, remember I told you, small ass town. Fuck, he might be one of our listeners. I don't really know. He'll know who I'm talking. He'll know I'm talking to him because I'm just gonna call him Mountain Man Dan. Mountain Man Dan was fucking hardcore, and this dude lived at a campground like in high school. Like his family like moved up to another area, and he was still wrapping up like senior year, or maybe it was junior. I don't know. And he was like, "Nah, I'm staying." And then at the end of the school year, then I'll move on up. And this dude lived in a campground. We're talking like doing his fucking laundry in the creek and shit. Like fucking full on lived at a campground in high school. Like a fucking gangster. This is the same dude. Yo, this guy's fucking nuts. This dude, obviously we camped a lot together. This dude, I woke up from my tent of a bunch of obscenities and curse words coming from his tent. So I'm like, what the fuck? And it was bright early in the morning. So I unzipped the little hatch. And I see Mountain Man Dan fucking like trying to get, his like sleeping bags wrapped around his legs, and he's like outside of his tent, and he's like, God fuck, he's like trying to get his legs out, gets his legs out, and then I finally connect who he's yelling at. There's the wood like picnic tables. We had left a thing of Oreo cookies out, and there was a fucking brown bear eating our cookies. This dude ran up yelling, "You mother, get the fuck!" and like full on like football punts this fucking bear in the rib cage, and you heard the like boom, like you heard like the thud, like like hollow and shit. Kicked him hard as fuck, and the bear ran off. I'm like, bro, that fucking pack of Oreos was like $2.30. We can get another fucking pack. And he was like, fuck that motherfucker. Funniest part is he ended up getting this like rash from like kicking the bear. So he had to put all this like Calmine lotion all over his fucking leg because he got some weird fucking rash or something that the fucking bear rubbed up against. But this dude, I got stories upon stories. Mountain Man Dan was fucking wild. Great cat. Good fucking guy. Anyway.
Do I know Mountain Man Dan?
I don't. You don't.
Oh, this big
you guy. Don't. You guys would have got along great. Today he's a hardcore gearhead. I'll show you. We're friends on Facebook. I'll show you some of the cars and shit. This dude's fucking quality cat. Good dude. Like I said, I don't know if he's a listener or not, but Mountain Man Dan, you're a solid cat, dude. Anyway, shit, fuck. Just like normal, we got way off topic, man. We got way off topic. Shit. Let's go. Well, we kind of. I had a bunch of bullet points. I was going to talk about bullshit, just kind of growing up activities, childhood activities, and shit like that. Again, I used to. So my dad like lived on a ranch, it was like a 12-acre ranch that had like apricots and almonds and shit like that. And we had animals all the time, sheep and goats and all kinds of shit.
So you grew up on a farm? Okay.
Yep. I didn't remember. I just I would always visit my dad's house and like kind of split custody kind of a thing. And me and all my half and step brothers out there, we'd have like shotgun shell wars. So like we would like cut open, not cut, like we cut paper, right? So like we cut paper and fray it and then tape it around a shotgun shell. And then we would tape a BB, like from a BB gun, onto the primer. So when you throw it up in the air, it always lands on the primer on the ground and boom, and the shotgun goes off. Well, like we would never take the fucking BBs out because that was part of the fun. And so like we'd be like, they were like little grenades. We'd throw them and we'd like run behind these little like fucking 6-inch in diameter trees. Boom, and you hear all the fucking BBs, you know, like hit the tree. We're like, ooh, all laughing and shit. And now they look back and I'm like, God damn, we could have got fucked up, dude. Where was our supervision?
Okay.
Oh, you got a story for me there, Big Sigh over there. You got a story for me? Or are you just surprised by that I'm still alive?
I'm surprised you're still alive.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty.
We also had like the old school BB guns that were like kind of like a pump action shotgun. Not the like the Daisy or the Red Ryder lever action. They were pump action with like a heavy duty spring in there. So we'd pump it down to compress the spring, and then we would drop a toothpick in there and fucking shoot each other in the house. And the toothpicks, the trajectory, I mean, the pressure was so good, it actually go through your clothing and stick in your skin. So we were shooting toothpicks that were puncturing, and we'd have to, you motherfucker, we'd have to like pop it out, like, you know what I mean? And then we'd have blood all over our shirts, like little fucking blood spots. Dude, it was fucking wild back in the day.
So was it, okay, did you ever have the ones that it's like the brake barrel, or it had the pump where you sit there and you instead of like a spring,
yeah,
it was, I want to say it was like has a chamber
air, yes, and you would continue,
where it says
you could pressurize the air container. Yeah, you'd pressurize it the more you pump it. Oh yeah, we had those too.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I could see you being one of those where it's like don't pump more than 10 times. You're sitting there like 32, 33, 34.
It's like, you're like really struggling, like you're trying to get those like 50 fucking pumps, and then you'll see boom, like fucking cannon. Oh god, yeah, but no, we were pulling fucking toothpicks out of each other and shit.
No, I never did.
Fucking wild.
The only thing close to that was the airsoft, because like back in the day, it's not like it is today where it's like, I want to be in the military. Let me go play.
Oh Jesus, no, dressing up and shit.
It was, this is back in the day when I won't say I was like a freshman in high school.
Yeah,
and I remember going over because it was slowly taking over paintball. And
dude, paintball back in the day used to be different.
Yeah,
paintballs don't really hurt now. When paintball guns first came out, dude, that'll fucking rock your shit.
I remember the first time it went out, it was, I'd suck, right? It's like the first time out, you got all these dudes that go out every week, and I'm sitting there with my little like $80
fucking Talon or some shit,
single
shot.
It was a Spider.
There you go. Spider was actually, that was an entry level. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. But the thing is, I didn't have the sensitive trigger. I had the one where it's like long pole. You had
everybody else is doing the fucking double finger feather. Yeah,
which I got to that level. Level. But before I got into the paintball, it was airsoft.
Yeah.
And I remember we would sit there and we were like, no headshots. But no, we're sitting there aiming for, obviously we're like having our glasses.
Fuck up the glasses. Yeah, you're hitting goggles.
But we're like hitting everybody. I come home, I have welts all over my face. I remember.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. The paintballs used to be like way more dense. You got hit with a paintball, you were like fucking limping home.
Yeah.
And now you see it on like TV and shit, and people are just getting blasted. And like, they calmly raise their hand. They're like in a t-shirt. And I'm like, yo, we were wearing full on balaclavas and shit, like in the middle of summer, because we were getting injured.
Yeah, we didn't want to get hit.
Like you're getting the stretcher like out of there. You're like, goddamn, fuck, you got me.
Yep.
Anyway, holy fuck.
But that was our era. That was being kids. Nowadays, it's like, let me text. We're not going to meet up. We're just going to have a conversation for text.
Dude, I don't know why, but like, just this is going back, like thinking of the outdoors and my childhood and shit. Did you ever? I don't know if this was just like a generational thing or if it was like a regional thing. Did you ever go to science camp at all?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not the only one. Do you have any weird stories about your science camp? Because I got a fucking wild one.
My fear of public bathrooms comes from science camp.
Whoa, that got dark quick.
No, it's not like that. It's actually quite funny. So our science camp, like most, are probably in the mountains, right?
Yeah, that's where ours was. Yeah.
Growing up in little suburbia, you have different bugs in the mountains.
Oh, for sure.
They're much larger, right?
Oh shit, we're talking. You're a camper now, so you know that. At a campground, there's a lot of fucking weird ass shit in there.
Which is one of the reasons why I have a trailer with a very clean bathroom. I refuse.
You're a glamper.
Yes.
God.
So keep in mind, okay, I try try my best.
It's fun to try to hit the urinal while the mosquito eater's fucking flying around. You're trying to dodge it while maintaining stream.
It's okay. I don't. It's not even that. It's okay. When you got to take a shit. Okay, that's what I'm going. Okay, I got to take a shit. Right, you
don't make contact with the cheek. You just stand over it.
Yes,
you know how to do this.
Yeah, you hover.
Yeah,
regardless of how far you hover, you don't want. You also don't want like water to bounce back up. So you
got
to be pretty low, right? You just
yeah.
Okay.
Those wall sits you did in gym class are really paying off now.
Exactly. But here's the kicker: is when you're at science camp and you see that nice glossy black 8-legged freak, like,
oh my god, that's right.
Out. I don't like spiders, dude.
I remember now. You have you're not a spider guy.
Yeah, dude. I walk in and it's like, if I really gotta go, I'm looking. I'm taking like my phone, shoving it up behind, seeing like if there's anything creepy crawling. Because the last thing I need is an 8-legged freak latched onto my ass.
Yeah, like crawling up your bum hole.
Yeah,
that's not gonna be pleasant.
But yeah, no, there was as a kid, I can't remember. I'm like 90% sure it was a black widow just because of how glossy black it was.
They're the only ones that are kind of glossy. Yeah,
that's what I remember. That my fear of camping bathrooms comes from science camp.
Did one actually latch onto your ass, or did you just see one around or in the toilet?
I remember vividly. It was like day 2 of day 5, right?
Oh fuck!
And I'm like, I gotta go.
I'm never gonna shit again. I'm gonna wait till I get home to take a shit.
I remember my mom picking me up. Oh, how was your trip?
Like, I gotta take a shit.
That's exactly how I was like. I'm like, Mom, I gotta go to the bathroom. Well, son, we're sitting in fucking a little horseshoe at the elementary school in line waiting for it because you figure it's like, it was, I don't know about you, it was my whole grade. I think they split. It was 2 classes. So it was 60 kids at a time, right? Because we had 4 classes of each grade. Okay. So it was about 100. The overall
now, multi-schools went to this, right?
Yeah, multiple schools went.
Okay, yeah, because
they bussed us there.
Yes, right? This is how mine was.
So my buses come back, and then my mom doesn't like to wait in line. So what do? I gotta wait for my mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm waiting for my mom, and she's always the last person in. But no, you're too young. You can't go outside the horseshoe. You gotta wait till they come in the horseshoe. I'm like, but my mom doesn't want to come, and I gotta take a shit.
Yeah, it's like, I gotta go.
So I'm sitting there in
a spiderless bathtub or bathroom.
Yeah.
Don't shit in the bathtub.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, there's my mom. I gotta go, and I start running before teacher can say anything. Right, so I'm running down.
Good for you.
I hop in the car. Double yellow. Mom doesn't want to break the law, right? So she doesn't want to flip at you. I'm like, Mom, I gotta go.
Tell me this ends with you shitting your pants.
It does. I almost did. I literally like.
God, I would have paid money to shit.
Yeah, no. I was prairie dogging it the whole way home.
Damn.
So,
dude,
anyways,
mine. Okay, so real quick, yeah, because we're fucking. God, these episodes go so fucking fast. God damn it, listeners, I can fucking talk all goddamn day. So science camp, same thing in the forest, middle of nowhere. Multiple schools go to this. Remember what I said, right? Population 200. So guess how many fucking kids are in my class? Like fucking nobody, right? So we're getting bussed out, and then there was a quadplex is where we stayed. So they're bunk beds in a quadplex. So you have like, one quad, one. I don't know, what do you want to call them? Fucking wings? Wings, if this is a fucking fancy mansion. We each had our own wing. So being a camp and like an outdoorsy camp, they labeled all of us. Now I remember we were fox.
You were the foxes.
I vividly, so each one was an animal. You had like fox, rabbit, fucking somebody else and somebody else. All I know is rabbit was right next to us, and then the other 2 were like across the other side. They were farther from us. And they had this area where something about like, I don't know, indigenous people or Native Americans. There was this creek and there's these rocks that they were like maroon rocks. They look super like almost like blood. And you can grind them together just like and that's what we did. We took the 2 of the same rock and we kind of grind them together and we kind of make a dye, like a paste. So there was animosity building up. How this happened, I don't know if it's just because we're all that age. There's all this fucking animosity building between all of the 4 houses, right? The 4 wings. So we are all the boys, we're all popping our shirts off and we're fucking like repping our set, dude, like a bunch of fucking hood gangsters, bro. So we're all grinding these rocks together and we're fucking drawing and writing Fox across our backs, like Fox for life, fucking, you know, we're like, dude, it's getting way too serious.
So you're trying to have like, instead of gang wars, it's like wing wars.
Dude, okay, I'm a 40-year-old man. This was the biggest fight most savage fight I've ever seen in my life. More so than I've seen on any like YouTube clip. This shit got insane. And it happened. I don't even know how, again, there's no social media. There's no nothing, man. There's no cell phones. I don't know how this animosity built up, man. This was when a day and age when fucking Tupac was on the top of the charts for California Love. And I don't know, man, there was just like fucking every house was against each other. It got crazy. So it happened at midnight. All the houses were like, all right, it's going to go down at midnight. And legit, I don't know how the fuck this happened. None of the adults or the counselors knew that this was all happening. Legitimately, all 4 houses stayed up at midnight. And then we all started creeping towards this middle kind of like open area, this courtyard, but it's indoors area. And I don't know what started to do. All of a sudden, a kid screamed, started to attack, like did a yell, attacked. Dude, it was unbelievable. It was the biggest fight I've ever seen in my entire life. And then we're all children, dude. There's like teeth flying. Dude, it was fucking unreal. That was the last day of camp. Summer camp, not summer camp, but the science camp shut down. This was like maybe day 3 out of like a 5-day thing. Shut down. All the kids got shipped out. We all went to home early. We didn't even get to finish science camp. It was, dude, to this date, it was the most violent, savage, insane. Kids were fucking biting each other. Dude, it was absolute anarchy, dude.
Did you win? Did the Foxes win?
Nobody won. But before you even know it, you don't even know who's on whose side anymore. Like, dude, there was just bodies. There was kids fucking screaming and crying. There was legit blood over everybody's face. Dude, it was unbelievable. It was fucking insane. And that was my science camp.
That doesn't sound very enjoyable. You know what?
We did cool shit before that. It got so amped up, and it was on, dude.
Did you chew on the spearmint lifesaver in the dark to see it little pop in your mouth, like spark?
No, you know what was fucking getting kids to cross their arms over their chest, and then the other kid gets behind them and squeezes their chest real tight while they hyperventilate, so the kid blacks out. This is a weird time. Remember, in my elementary school, people were snorting fucking cherry Kool-Aid, like the kind you have to add sugar to, like the little packets. We were all the cool kids, and we're in elementary school. We're like first fucking grade. We're like maybe 8 years old. We're snorting Kool-Aid because it gives you an instant nosebleed, and then the nurse would just send you home, and then you can go back home and play video games all day. I was in a weird fucking time, dude.
By yourself.
What? No, all the other kids were doing that.
No, but you played video games by yourself.
Yeah, but majority of the games were all single player games back then.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So you'd be like, fuck this, I don't want to be at school, and you'd fucking pop out a little line. Dude, I'm not joking, at like 8 years old, dude, you're popping out a little line of fucking cherry Kool-Aid and giving it a little snort and go, oh God, teacher, you know, and they're like, oh my God, and you're like, my nose is bleeding, and then they would call your mom, and your mom would come fucking pick you up. Man, I think we had very different schooling experiences.
For how candy-ass my school sounds, you get a nosebleed that you sit in the nurse's office. As soon as you're done, okay, go back to class.
I mean, I don't even think our nurses were qualified. They were just like, what's that blood? Get the kid out of here. We don't want to take liability. But that fight, unreal. Listeners, we got to wrap it up. Goddamn. Thank you. As always, our listeners are amazing. We have a ton of listener feedback we got to get caught up on. And I got a bunch of emails I got to send, just like normal, but I will email each and every single one of you personally because you're fucking awesome. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us. We will see you next time. This is Griff, signing out.
This is Smith. See you later.